Hi Puddins! Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to go over how I do my new Harley Quinn makeup. So my updated routine is quite different from my last routine, and I find that these products and this way of applying it lasts pretty much all day because I wear this costume the most at San Diego Comic-Con, which is in mid-July in Southern California heat. So like 90s and 100-degree weather mixed with body paint and a full bodysuit doesn't really sound like fun, and it's not, but my makeup does stay on pretty well. So I'm gonna show you how I do that. So make sure you have freshly washed your face. Don't apply any toner, any lotions, any makeup primer, nothing. You want to apply the body paint directly to your skin. This is Paradise Paint's Aqua Color Face and Body Makeup in the color White. And this is a water-based cream makeup, so you use water to activate it and apply it to your face. But instead of using water, we are going to use Liquaset. Clearly it's made by Ben Nye, not Bill Nye, as I often say, and it is just a substitute for water that actually makes the makeup adhere to your skin and make it a little bit more waterproof once it's dry. It works better than water to keep your makeup on. This only does work for water-based makeups. You cannot use this for oil or other cream makeups. So what I typically like to do is use the lid to my aqua paint and just pour a smidge in. Then I take a makeup brush and we are just going to apply this all over our faces. And I do it kind of in swirly, sporadic motions just so I don't get any brush stroke. And I have a light hand too. You just want to kind of go in and spread it everywhere very thinly. And I'm already looking like a clown. This is great. Honestly, like the hardest place to blend is like my nose and around my mouth. I don't know if that's going to be the same for everyone, but I feel like I always have difficulties in those two areas. I'm taking a much smaller flat brush and painting this on. Okay, and you can totally see where I use the two different kinds of brushes. So I'm going to go back in with my bigger brush and blend it all together. So I just went in with a makeup wipe and I carved off the white face paint on my lips, and I'm gonna do my eyelids as well. So it doesn't have to be super neat or like super perfect. I just found that when I use regular makeup like eyeshadow and lipstick, it doesn't last as long when I put it over the face paint. It's better to put it on my skin. So now that my white base is done, I'm just gonna go in with a translucent setting powder and set all of the white paints. There is still a dark spot right there, even though I've gone over it a lot with white. Like, why? Why? That's a little better. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do my lips. So for that, I'm going to be using black body paint. It's the same as Paradise makeup, it's just their smaller size. Again, I'm using Liquaset to activate it instead of water. Also, make sure your white is completely dry or else you're gonna get some gray. We don't want no gray. I also still like this style of kind of overdrawing my lips to make me look more clown-like. This is where an angle brush works really nicely. I just make a little extended line from my bottom lip. And this is like doing winged eyeliner, like you wanna make them even. And then continue to line your lips. It only has to be perfect on the outer edge. The inner edge you're gonna blend in with red, so don't worry about it. So I'm taking a darker red. It's still kind of bright, but it's not like fire engine red. This color is Rebel by Red Apple Lipstick. And you're just gonna apply it like lipstick. So it should automatically just kind of blend in with the black. Alright, so our mouth is on. Let's move on to our eyes. I'm going to just, oh, that was upside down. I'm gonna just prime them really quick so the shadow will stay on where my skin is. And you did notice I did more of a dabbing motion over the face paint to make sure not to lift it up. Apparently I have no eyeshadow brushes over here. So we're pretty much just doing huge cat eyes for her look. They need to be dark to stand out against the white face and the black mask, so they just need to be dramatic. So I just take a black pencil and I color my entire lid black. Oh, and I am using the Well People eye pencil in black. At least I think it's just black. It doesn't honestly say, it just says Well People. Alright, at this point I also tightline both my top and lower lid. And as you can see, you need to bring that black all the way into your tear duct because you want to separate the whites of your eyes from the whites of your now purely white face. Ooh, 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 looking good. So now we need a little bit of a transition from this black to our white. So I'm taking like a gunmetal gray. This is from Juice Beauty and it is the color, oh, there we go. Cream Shadow Stick in the color Fog. So you want to set the makeup on your eye because it's all cream and eventually the longer you wear it, it's going to crease and come off. So you need to set it with an eyeshadow. And any dark gray eyeshadow is going to work. And after you've tapped that over the eyeliner, you can use whatever's left on your brush to kind of further smoke out the top. Take that very same dark gray eyeshadow and smoke out your bottom line and make sure it blends in a nice curve up to your top line. Just make your whole eye black. And I do use more of a tapping motion so I don't mess up the white paint underneath. I just want to lay the powder on top of it. Mascara upper and lower, and if it gets kind of clumpy, it's totally okay because this is Harley Quinn we're talking about. And you want to look for pretty thick and pretty long false lashes because it's going to take a lot for them to stand out with all this black eye makeup and your mask. And as I'm putting on my lashes, I'm looking at my eyeballs and noticing, whoa, that I never talked about my contacts because I am wearing blue contacts. So I put in my contacts first before I do any of my makeup, so I don't mess anything up later by putting them in. Know what I mean? I always make sure the fronts are super secure with extra glue because I notice those are the parts that start to lift first. I don't like that. The last finishing touch for the face is I do add just a little bit of blush to my cheeks to break up all of this white. So I dab like the littlest amount on my brush and then I dab it off on a paper towel and then apply it to my cheeks. Because this is gonna go a long way on white paint. And the blush shade I am using is a pretty dark red. This is Bolero by Silk Naturals. And it has a little bit of a shimmer to it, but I like that. I like that for Harley. With all this white face paint, a lot of shimmer kind of makes your features pop, your lips, your cheeks, and your eyes. So adding glitter or a shimmery any part of that on your face is gonna work out really nice. And while we're on the subject of that, we might as well just highlight as well. So highlighting white is difficult because you're already white. So I am using this Galaxy Mist. It is a liquid illuminating beauty oil, but I use it like a highlighter because it's glittery. So on white face paint, any sort of sparkle is going to be what is highlighted on your face. And I just dab it on places I want to highlight, but be very careful because you don't want to lift up your white face paint. Oh, that looks great. Do a little bit up there because that's where the rim of my mask is gonna sit, so having a little bit of highlight there is gonna look really good. Alright, so now is the point where you would add on your mask. This is the exact same mask that I made in that tutorial 4 years ago using Warbler. I will link the tutorial in the information tab up top. So to apply my mask, I use Prozaid, which is a medical adhesive. Spirit gum doesn't work with my skin very well. It tends to make it red and break out. So to use Prozaid, you want to dab it on your skin as well as the mask, tap it out a little bit, and then apply it to each other. And I've been thinking about this a lot lately, is the Warbler mask looks great, don't get me wrong. Like, it's perfect, it looks superhero, I don't have a strap when I glue it to my face. But my problem is whenever I talk and I smile, it moves the whole thing because it's stiff, and the paint and the makeup on my cheeks start to rub off and I get a skin colored line because it keeps hitting the mask. And I was debating painting on my mask for the first time for Comic-Con this year. I'm kind of worried it's not going to look right, but you know what? I'm going to test it out right here, right now. I'm going to see what it looks like to paint on a mask and see if we can get it realistic looking and not just like kid looking, you know what I mean? To do that, I am using my same Paradise Paint Black and my Liquaset. And I'm using a flat kind of rounded brush. It's pretty small. And if your white is dry and you paint the black on top of it, it's gonna be fine. It won't turn gray as long as the white is dry. That goes for mask, eyes, or mouth, whatever you're painting black. Na, 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 na. It also would have been good if I blocked out my eyebrows and you wouldn't be able to see the hairs. But we went into this too late to do that. And now just the slow and steady back and forth to get them even. Alright, I don't mind it. It's kind of small. I think I would have rather left a little bit more white in this space around my eyes, but I'm gonna bring it out a little wider, see if that helps it. I kind of feel like right now it's kind of looking a little Splatoon-like, and I want it more Harley-like. Alright, you know what? I don't mind that at all, even though it's painted. I'm going to let this dry. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna go right in where that's a little bit wet and add a little bit of white. You know, it photographs really well on camera, but I think in person it doesn't sell quite as well as an actual mask. I don't know, there's just something about having the actual dimension on your face that just really sells it. This doesn't look half bad, I don't know. I'm torn. This would be a lot easier to wear because then I can smile and have emotion even with my eyebrows and it like fits. Oh, I do like that. I have that whole cartoony emotion. Oh, okay, I'm liking it more and more now. All right, I guess we're going to throw on my hood real quick and see what it looks like. I'm gonna be honest with you, I usually put my wig caps on first.
Do not mess up your makeup. Right. Oh, solid. Solid stretch, that was good. Come on, here, let's go in there.
Massage the hair around so it's evenly dispersed about your head. Then go in with your second wig cap and keep it all in place. Look at this, a makeup and a hair tutorial, all in one. Honestly, usually when I put on my hood, I have someone help me and have someone put their hands in the front of it like this and stretch it over my face as I put it on, as I'm pulling it from the back. Like, you need friends to help dress you, okay? You're not gonna get through this by yourself. No, you will, don't worry. It's just harder by yourself. But it's doable. Like, I'm gonna do it right now. So, for the most part, this makeup will last all day. And by all day, I wear this Saturday usually in July in California, where it's usually 80s. It is on the coast. San Diego Comic-Con is in the coast in downtown San Diego, so it's a little cooler, you get a little bit of that ocean breeze, but it's still really hot. So typically I notice my only problem is my sweat mustache because I sweat. who doesn't? It's mainly just right here on my upper lip. So I do always bring paint with me, and typically I'll just use water from a water bottle or anything there, dip my finger in it, and like touch up paint where it has left. I never get any drips or anything. It's mainly white just disappearing from the condensation on my upper lip. And of course, I always bring my red lipstick to touch up my lips. Typically, the black doesn't go away, but I will typically bring this pencil instead of trying to deal with paint again on my lips and having to use a brush and bring all this stuff. Usually just a pencil works to touch up any spot if I majorly messed it up with eating. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this new updated tutorial on Harley. And we discovered today that we could paint on our mask and it looks pretty darn good. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already and hit that little bell so you get notifications every time I post a video. And that is it. We're done. And I'll see you next time. Bye. I almost forgot to take selfies. Oh. Yeah, Harley Quinn loves Sailor Moon. Didn't you know?